Welcome to Dependable Flame, where we explore vintage petrol lighters, ashtrays, tobacciana, and other useful mechanisms. Make yourself at home.
Today we are going to talk about alcoholism. This is not our normal topic. That's why we're discussing it on a Saturday. I've mentioned in the past that on the website, dependableflame.com, we cover mainly lighters, repairing vintage petrol lighters, the function of them, showing them off. Whatever you want to talk about vintage petrol lighters, we try to do it. But besides that, we are also interested in a few other main topics such as Huntington's disease awareness, cannabis legalization, and really important to me is making people aware of the dangers of alcohol. You know, it's a drug that you can just walk into any store in America basically and buy. If you're of legal age, nobody's ever going to tell you that you can't buy it. They'll take your money. They show you commercials on TV, what a good time it is. It's all over the radio. It sponsors all the sports events and concerts. Alcohol is everywhere, but nobody really tells you about the bad side of it and what happens when your body becomes dependent on it. When your body makes physical changes to itself because of the way that you have poisoned it with something that was never intended to be ingested like that in the first place. I know that there are a good number of people who use alcohol responsibly, but I also know that there are a good number of people out there who, while they may make a show of using it responsibly and of keeping their lives together and doing all the right things, that really deep down they know they need to quit drinking. If more than once in your life you have woke up in the morning and had to apologize for something that you did the night before while you were drunk, if that is a regular part of your life, you need to quit drinking. It's just, alcohol isn't good for you. It's not going to end well. I quit drinking in 2016. I quit drinking because the doctors told me that my medical prognosis was pretty dire if I did not. The sad thing is, I had been told that same exact thing by another doctor and a few in between at least 8 years earlier, and did not change my behavior one bit. Alcohol is a liar. It will convince you every time that it's a good thing, at least this time, at least right now, at least today, at least tonight. Maybe not tomorrow, but tonight. But alcohol never gives you anything. That was the thing for me is, I was always a very shy person. I always had a hard time dealing with people socially. And alcohol made me very sociable. Not only that, it made me funny. It made everybody around me funny. It made everything I did more enjoyable. Until it wasn't. And, to say that alcohol is a liar, I don't know if people really understand that. If you haven't been addicted to alcohol, I don't know if all other addictions are the same. I've been addicted to tobacco, cigarettes. I've been addicted to snuff. Snuff was very difficult to quit. Tobacco, cigarettes, they weren't all that hard to quit. But I don't know that I would really put either one. They're both pretty serious in their own right, but not as physically damaging, at least not the road that I took them down. Alcohol is devastating and will destroy your body. But likely before it destroys your body, it's going to destroy every relationship you have and everything you've ever accomplished. It's just, it's a shame. It's unfortunate. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing to look back at a chunk of my life and know that during that period of my life, alcohol was the most important thing. It's shameful. It's embarrassing, like I said. But I can't go back and change that. But what I can do, which is every day since December 13th of 2016, is I can make certain that I don't have another drink. And, it took me a long time to get to the point to where I was comfortable, to where I felt like, well, like I said, I guess maybe I could explain a little bit further. After I was given that medical prognosis, I quit in May of 2016. And I'm not going to go into all the details of treatment or what else I might have used at the time to wean me off of it. But at a certain point, about 3 months after I quit, I fell right back into it again. Right back into it again. So here I was, I didn't drink all summer. And then I believe it was around August of that year, 2016, that went and bought a bottle. And one bottle, well, it led to more than I could count. In the few month period there from August to the middle of December. So I feel like I'm ranting, so I'm just going to go through a few things here real quick. Number one is, just like any addiction, if you're the person who's addicted, if you're the person that is drinking and needs to quit or is on drugs, whatever it is, if it's your family member, it's the same thing. You can't do anything for them. It's them that has to do it. They can't be coerced. They got to hit rock bottom. Now, that doesn't mean that they can't be brought to see reason. You have to quit. And the real point for me on that is, I don't believe it's a disease, alcoholism. I believe it's a behavior. If there is a disease, it's in the inclination. It's in your temptation to do it. The disease is absolutely not in you picking it up and pouring it down your throat. That's not a disease. That's a decision that you make. Now, just because I say it's not a disease doesn't mean that when you do quit that you won't need medical help. If you are going to quit alcohol and you drink on a regular basis, then you might want to go see your doctor, because withdrawals are real. Alcohol withdrawals have killed people. They kill people on a regular basis. It's not something that used to happen. It happens all the time. So you might want to wean yourself off of alcohol under the watchful eye of your family physician, or they might want to refer you to a specialist. But the doctor who told me so urgently that I needed to quit also told me just as urgently not to go home and quit tonight. That I was more likely to kill myself that way than I was the real things he was concerned about, which were, I don't even remember now, whatever he had seen in my blood that told him that my liver wasn't functioning as it was supposed to. These are just some of my 2 cents. I kind of feel like I'm rambling here, but it's a Saturday video. Maybe it's a little bit longer than usual. Like I said, we do other topics that relate to or facilitate what we're doing with our cigarette lighters. Cannabis legalization, Huntington's disease awareness, and alcoholism and the dangers of alcohol in general. Just 2 more points here real quick. One is, life is so much better when you're not hungover. For 17, 18 years straight, there wasn't a day that I woke up that I wasn't hungover. The only time that I woke up that I wasn't hungover is because I was sick. Because if I wasn't sick, I was drinking. And another thing is, get ready to weather the reaction of your friends, your family. My uncle, who I have no doubt loved me, told me many times after I quit drinking that I was like the Toby Keith song, "You ain't much fun since you quit drinking." So well-intentioned family and friends can influence you in one way or another. You're going to have to be strong and determine for yourself. You're the only one that can do it. Once again, medical professionals can help you make sure that you wean yourself off of alcohol safely, but you are the one that has to make the decision. I'm not drinking anymore. This may seem like a simple message. It may seem over simple. And there are many things that you can do. This isn't everything there is to say about alcoholism. It is the basic. It is the one thing that you need to understand. If you know that you need to quit, if you've been told that medically, if you have ruined relationships with all your family, friends, all the people that you know, that was the thing. Nobody ever really called me out on my alcoholism when I was drinking. The only people who really ever called me out were other alcoholics. So maybe it took me further. I definitely crashed harder than some. I'm not necessarily proud to say that, but praise God, praise Jesus, I'm still here today, and I have certainly seen rock bottoms to people all around me that were much lower than mine. I am very thankful that my rock bottom wasn't that low. That one time you drink, that could be the last. The last time I drank, when they took me into the hospital, my blood alcohol level was dangerously high. Embarrassingly and dangerously high. Definitely high enough that I could have died of alcohol poisoning. Could have happened any night. Could have happened any day. Anyway, I hope you guys will leave questions, comments. I hope you'll tell me if you think I am being too harsh, or if you have some perspective that you would like to share as well. I know that AA and different groups help some people. I would never try to deter anyone from anything like that is truly helpful to them. I never did it. I don't know that it would or wouldn't have worked, but once again, I haven't had a drink in almost 6 years, and alcohol is the farthest thing from my mind on a daily basis. I'm not even tempted. And once again, maybe one of these days or one of these Saturdays we can get into some of those reasons, some of those replacements and reasons that there's just really no reason to miss alcohol in the first place. It's damaging, it's destroying, it's poison. But that doesn't mean that we can't still have fun in life. Until next time. Y'all notice these Cygnus lighters light every single time?